I'm Dennis Simon.
I'm Mark Swerdlik.
And we're the co-authors of the developmental ecological problem-solving model of supervision, DEP for short. We're here to share information on clinical supervision, and we're really pleased that you are listening in.
For school psychologists, social workers, and counselors, the skilled practice of supervision is one of our most important and far-reaching professional contributions. When we ask our school psychology graduates to share the most important influences in their professional development, they invariably highlight their internship experience and the critical contributions of their clinical supervisor. Perhaps this is true of many of you as well. As practice demands, methods, and responsibilities evolve, our profession recognizes the benefits clinical supervision can provide throughout our careers.
While strong clinical skills are required of all supervisors, good practitioners are not automatically good supervisors. Certainly they require strong interpersonal skills, but also specific training, competencies, structures, and methods are required. We created the developmental ecological problem-solving model, DEP, to provide a roadmap with practical tools for implementing best practices in supervision. While designed for school psychology, the DEP model is applicable to related professions such as social work, school counseling, and clinical and counseling psychology. It specifically addresses the challenges and complexities of working within the school setting. Let's take a brief look at the principal elements of the DEP approach.
We believe that field-based learning is a developmental process that requires significant structure and planning. A written supervision contract clearly defines the roles and expectations of both supervisors and supervisees and requires supervisees to utilize a supervision session planner to prepare for each of their supervision sessions. The developmental component necessitates assessment of supervisees' competencies, needs, and goals. Since different stages of development require different levels of support and guidance, supervisory methods are chosen to match supervisee needs in specific skill areas. Diverse supervisory methods may include modeling or demonstration with direct instruction, role-playing, co-therapy and case consultation, observations, and coaching. Throughout training, supervisors provide continuous formative feedback and summative evaluation.
It's simply not possible to understand students or system and problem solving without understanding their interaction with larger systems and environments. At the core of the DEP approach is an ecological perspective that incorporates consideration of contextual factors such as family, school, diversity, culture, and other systemic variables into all aspects of psychological practice and thus into supervisory practice. DEP provides practical strategies for teaching critical diversity and cultural responsiveness skills which are anchored in cultural humility. Recognizing that sometimes changing the system is a central component of intervention, supervision must systematically teach program development and system change skills. Further, the ecological perspective requires supervisors to foster social justice advocacy skills and engage supervisees in anti-racist activities. DEP provides a supervisory framework for integrating the ecological perspective into all case conceptualization and problem-solving activities.
DEP's problem-solving component represents the core activities of mental health services. Rooted in data-based decision-making, our assessment of referral issues is linked to evidence-based interventions, ensuring the fidelity of implementation, and monitoring the effectiveness of those interventions. Supervisors teach systematic case conceptualization that targets both individual and contextual or systemic variables. A key supervisory task is to guide supervisees in adapting evidence-based interventions to the unique circumstances of each student. Thus, problem-solving integrates elements of the developmental and ecological components of our DEP model.
In our text on the DEP supervision model, we provide a current review of evidence-based supervision practices combined with many case examples, structures and tools to support supervision, and supervisory process and reflection activities to conduct with our supervisees or with our graduate students.
Best practice in supervision continues to evolve. The recent COVID pandemic altered the entire structure of educational and psychological service delivery, including supervision. Telesupervision emerged as an often necessary supervision format. Working in high-stress school environments requires supervisors to focus on our supervisees' management of self-care. Social conflicts and disparities in our communities intensify the need for diversity-responsive practice and a commitment to social justice advocacy. New chapters in our second edition of the DEP text extend coverage of these areas.
Our text is written for field supervisors and for graduate students and young professionals who will become supervisors. Effective supervisors expand the number of lives touched by their careers exponentially. All the students, parents, and faculty who have benefited from a supervisee's future practice and eventual role as a supervisor have benefited from the professional contribution and expertise of their supervisors.
Thanks so much for listening in.
The second edition of the DEP text is now available from which we hope you will find it useful in your supervision practice.